friends, as I said in the previous slide, now we are going to learn a few geometrical techniques which will involve vectors. The very first one being section formula. Now section formula is a particular concept that we have learned in the chapter of straight lines. Basically at the very start of coordinate geometry, we have learned what section formula is. Section formula arises when we have a segment, right? When we have a fixed segments with two fixed endpoints, and on this segment there is another point which divides the given segment in a particular ratio. Then how are we supposed to find out the coordinates of that very point, depending, or rather given the points, given the coordinates of the two endpoints, is what section formula is all about. So now let's try and understand section formula when vectors are involved. Right? So we have 2 points. As I said, this is point A, let this be point B, right? Now when we know the coordinates of A and we know the coordinates of B, and when we connect this segment with points A and B, on this particular segment, if we have another point C, right, which divides the segment joining A and B, basically if C divides the segment AB in the ratio M is to N, then how to find the coordinates of C is what section formula is all about. Now let's involve vectors over here, right? We know we have a point A, we know we have a point B. Let's involve the origin. Let's say the origin is somewhere here. Let's involve the origin, and what this will do is basically give rise to position vectors, and that is what is going to help us lead to the formula, the section formula that we are looking for. Now what are we going to do? We are going to connect point A with point O. Naturally we are going to connect point B with point O as well, and also let's connect point C with point O, right? Now what this will do is OA bar, this vector, is nothing but small a bar, right? OB bar, this vector, is nothing but small c bar, and OC bar is nothing but vector small c bar, right? So these are the position vectors that we already have. Now what do we know? We know that this upon this, when it comes to length, is M upon N, right? This is something that we already know. Now we can say that AC bar and CB bar, these two vectors, be very careful, AC bar and CB bar, these two vectors are parallel vectors. They are collinear vectors for that matter, because they are headed in the same direction. They have one point in common. They are parallel in nature. So I can say that AC bar, right, upon CB bar is equal to M upon N. Can we say that? Right? AC bar upon CB bar is equal to M upon N. Right? Given this information, rather for that matter, it's very obvious to understand this once we appreciate the fact that AC bar and CB bar are collinear vectors. So they are in the same direction and their magnitudes are in the ratio of M upon N, and the directions are also same. So we can definitely write this, because we know that AC bar, any vector for that matter, is nothing but its magnitude into its unit vector. Try and understand what I am saying. And maybe a new thing which has not been discussed before. Let's say you have a vector, right? Let's say you have this vector, small a bar for that matter, not this a bar, something different. This vector a bar will be written as modulus of a bar, which is the length of this, into a cap, right? Now what is a cap? A cap is nothing but the unit vector. We know that unit vector is some vector which has a magnitude of unity, which has a magnitude of 1, which means that another vector which is in the direction of a bar, right? So this is a cap. Another vector which has the same direction of a bar, is just that its magnitude is 1. That is how a cap is defined. And a bar can be written as this length into A cap, because what A cap does is just gives you direction. Since it has a unit magnitude, it does not have a multiplying magnitude, right? So it just gives you the direction, and mod of A bar gives you the magnitude. Hence this into this will give you A bar. For example, let's say if you have A cap as I cap. I cap is the standard unit vector which represents the positive x-axis direction. This is something that we have learned. When I multiply 5 to it, I get a vector 5 I cap. That means I am getting a vector in the direction of the positive x-axis of magnitude 5 units, right? So this is how it works. Now, once we know that any vector can be written as its magnitude into its corresponding unit vector. Why? Because this unit vector gives you the direction and the magnitude gives you the magnitude. Together combined will give you the original vector. We can say that AC bar is modulus of AC bar into a unit vector in this direction, and CB bar is modulus of CB bar into a unit vector in this direction. Now both these unit vectors are same, right? Because they are headed in the same direction and hence they will cancel. What will be remaining is the magnitude, the ratio of the magnitudes, which is nothing but m upon n, and hence I can very easily write this. Now once this is written, now all the calculations start. We can cross multiply. What I get is n times AC bar is equal to m times CB bar, right? This is what I get. Now we will use the concept that we have recently learned about position vector. Using position vector in vectors like this, AC bar can now be written as n times small c bar minus small a bar. Can we write this? Yes, we have learned this in a slide back, in fact, I guess, where PQ bar, capital P, capital Q bar can be written as small q bar minus small b bar. So basically representing a vector in terms of its corresponding position vectors of the point is what we are doing here. AC bar can be written as small c bar minus small a bar, m, and CB bar can be written as small b bar minus small c bar. The terminal letter first minus the initial letter. This is how we write it. Now all that we have to do is expand and simplify. Let's go ahead and do that. N C bar minus N A bar. We need to be very careful that N and M are numbers and rest all are position vectors. Right? Now taking the like vectors on one side, C bar and C bar together. So when I take this here, what I get is M C bar plus N C bar. Taking C bar common, I get M plus N. Taking this stuff here, I get MB bar plus NA bar, and hence the final formula for section formula is nothing but C bar, the position vector of the point, right? Small c bar, the position vector of the point capital C, which divides the segment AB in the ratio m is to n, is nothing but MB bar, m into position vector of point B, plus n into A bar, the position vector of point A, the whole upon m plus n. Does this formula look somewhat similar to what we have learnt in coordinate geometry, the section formula coordinate geometry? Yes, it's because it's just that there we have two different coordinates, mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. We need to understand that this gets multiplied with that component, n gets multiplied with this component. That is what is happening here as well. mb bar plus n a bar upon m plus n. That is what we have learnt there as well. So this is the section formula for internal division. We need to be careful about that thing as well. This is internal division. Why internal division? Because the point which is dividing the segment AB in the ratio m is to n lies on the segment AB, within the segment AB, so to say. Because if we have external division, right? In terms of external division, what happens is when you have point A over here, you have point B over here, right? and then if you have point C somewhere outside the segment AB, and if AC is to BC is M is to N, right? Here also AC upon BC is M is to N. We are talking about the magnitudes. Even here AC upon BC is M upon N, right? The same thing is happening here as well. It's just that the point C is outside. In this case, it is called external division, and in this case, the formula for C bar is similar. It's just that in place of this plus in between, we have a minus. So MB bar minus NA bar upon M minus N in the denominator. So yeah, as we can see, the position vector of the point C, which lies outside the segment AB, is MB bar minus NA bar upon M minus N. Again, similar to the section formula for external division when it comes to coordinate geometry. M A bar rather MB bar minus N A bar upon M minus N is just that the formula is same. In place of these two minuses, we have in place of these two pluses rather, we have minuses.